everyone, and welcome to Dragon Talk. We are here.
Yeah, Dragon Talk.
I love this made-up audience member that you have in your head.
Made up?
Yeah, your ventriloquisms.
It's not made up.
It's not? It's real?
That guy's right there.
It feels like this arm is right in my head,
bananas.
and I don't know how to get rid of it. But we'll make. Maybe I'll go like over here or over here. I'm gonna make Pelham try to chase me with the camera. It's not working. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Shelly and I were just going down memory lane. I'm trying to figure out when this podcast started.
What's our official start date?
And it's hard to say. Mm-hmm. We don't know exactly when it began.
I don't know how we lost those other two guys. We were just like, bye, we got this.
It's true. 2015 was around when you and I started, because that's when I got hired here.
4 years.
That's 4 years.
We've been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah, a long time. We were doing a bi-weekly. Do you remember? It used to be twice a month, not every week.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
We were just talking also about how we used to do this in conference rooms.
We did.
Around
we could hear
the building.
doors opening and closing, toilets flushing.
People would come in and be like, "I have this meeting booked," and we'd be like, "No, you don't. We're in the middle of a podcast."
It's our room, you guys. We didn't live stream it. I remember you talked about live streaming it.
And you got very scared.
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You were talking about it. You were threatening it for a while.
And here we are,
Yeah.
live streaming for all of you.
And then you can now see Greg's weird cramp.
I had a weird cramp in my hand. It seems to be fine now.
Let's play diagnosis.
Diagnosis?
If anyone can diagnose why Greg's hand looked like it was eating itself.
I wonder if I can induce a cramp again. Sometimes if I do this motion, it comes. Yeah, no.
Are you right-handed?
I am right-handed. Yeah. And it all of a sudden, this muscle here just goes.
Does it hurt or just feels like a...
It's not
like
it's not
a leg
pleasant,
cramp.
but it doesn't hurt. It just more feels like a cramp, like a muscle is involuntarily constricting. Yeah. My whole life.
Potassium.
But I eat like bananas like crazy. Well, we're just going to have to get a doctor on this here.
Can anyone help? Can anyone
We're
help?
tossing it out there for everyone. Maybe it would help if I actually was looking at the chat to be able to do that. But how are you, Shelly?
I am good. I had so much fun yesterday at our team outing.
We had a great team outing. Wasn't that great?
Oh, the best.
Yeah. We went to Mock's Boarding House in Bellevue.
That is so beautiful.
Took over the tournament room there, and that's it's just for reference. It's about half hour away from where our offices are. So we had this like little offsite thing to play Dungeons and Dragons together as a team. So we had like about 25 to 30 of us, just playing.
And you were a DM.
I was a DM. That's true.
How was your game?
It was great. It was tons of fun. We did the Essentials Kit, which is easy to just jump into and start playing. And
yes.
People chose characters that they had not kind of done a lot in the past. So, people were doing like, I don't usually do a wizard, so I'll play a wizard. I don't usually do a fighter, so I'll do this, just in this kind of way. And it worked out really great. You
know what I like? I like the initiative trackers from the Essentials Kit. I love choosing magic items.
Yes.
We didn't get to play with... We did, actually, the second part. We demanded a sidekick, even though that wasn't really...
Give me a sidekick.
The spirit
of
how you would... we called her Lady Girardelli.
Lady Girardelli?
Yeah.
Ooh, because she liked chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
We used Pickle Pete.
Oh.
And he is modeled after one of our artists, Richard Witters.
He is?
Yes, it's very funny. And so
is he pickled
because
like
he drinks a lot. Yes,
he could be modeled after. Quite
I think his
people.
thing, one of his flaws, is that he can't remember his last name, so he just goes by Pickled Pete.
Yeah.
But then I said, for some reason, I made the character say he didn't like to be called Pickled, so he just wanted to be referred to as Pete. I'm like, okay, you got Pete. Pretty good sidekick coming at you.
It down.
But yeah, our team really wanted to, even though they didn't really need a sidekick because we had like 4 people playing, but they wanted to have him along.
We wanted him. We had such a fun time.
Yeah. Who is your DM?
Kate Welch.
Kate Welch.
That was amazing.
She's a good
dungeon
master.
So I was kind of studying
mistress.
her a little.
You were?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, like just seeing like how she handles certain things. We were kind of going off the walls, and she just went with it. She was actually encouraging of it. But I'm always curious, like when someone's like, I'm going to do this thing. And then what does the DM do to see if that thing happened? Like what kind of check do you have to do or saving throw or something? But
You're taking some notes
I was
on
taking
that.
some notes.
Yeah.
But really, her whole philosophy seemed to just be like, okay. Like she was having as much fun as we were. She was part of the story.
Yeah.
And she does a really good gnome voice.
She does?
Yes. And they were all like potty mouth gnomes. Like they were just dropping F-bombs right and left.
You know what's funny is I realized that a lot of the groups, we had I think 5 groups playing. I know 3 of the 5 were doing the gnome quests, starting
really?
quest out of the Essentials Kit, because the Lisa Penrose was to my left. She was dungeon mastering, and she was about 30 seconds ahead of where we were.
Oh, no way.
Pretty much for the last half hour. I heard her like, "Oh, we're rolling initiative on against this monster." I'm like, "Oh crap, we're about to do that." Now everybody roll initiative. Yeah, it all was very at the same time. And then I heard that Kate's was also doing the Nobengard side quest there.
Did yours end well?
Yes. Did yours?
It was fun.
So it ended well for everyone.
The party just decided, like, we met at a job board.
Yeah.
And we had never met each other before. And we were basically like the only 4 losers left in town that didn't have a job. So we were like, let's just go.
Let's just do that one.
And I just fell in love with this party.
Nice.
They were just like the most fun, strange mix of, like, there was obviously no thought to the party, like, we need a healer. We didn't even have a healer. We had nothing. And poor Chris Lindsay was one of the players.
Poor Chris Lindsay.
He died 3 times.
Like dead or just unconscious?
The 2 we resurrected.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once he made his death save,
saves.
so he was okay. And then the second time we resurrected him, and the third time we were like, sorry, dude, like, we just can't.
You got nothing.
We got no money, and we didn't have that much money, so we found like this cut rate like someone to resurrect him, and Kate was like, you only really paid like 20% of what like a real resurrection should cost, so you get what you pay for. So we weren't even really sure what his character was going to end up being like.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't live long enough to find out. So he died 3 times officially.
Wow.
And then we find out later it was his birthday.
It was his birthday. Chris Lindsay's birthday, not
Chris
the character's
Lindsay's
birthday.
Yeah.
He slow played
Which
it.
was kind of like, I mean, I'm trying to spin it in a positive way. Like, well, you got to like be born again, like 3 times on your birthday.
Well, I will tell you that it sounded like Chris was having a lot of fun.
He did. He actually played that very well.
Like me, he has a booming laugh.
Yes.
And more booming than mine. And it was reverberating throughout the room.
I know. I kind of wish we had video of this because it was a fun party. And my character was it's a character I've played before. Mm-hmm. Another Tabaxi, not Drunky.
Okay.
This is Sure Shot.
Oh, right. You do like the Sure Shot.
Sure Shot, pop,
Rocking the Sure Shot.
Yeah. I mean, we know why she's called Sure Shot.
Because she never makes a shot?
She's not good with her bow and arrow, but every now and again she gets super aggro and she throws things. And she threw a gnome at a mimic so hard that she killed them both.
Wow.
Sure Shot.
Sure Shot.
Yes.
It's a sure shot. It's going to happen.
I love her.
According to
I laughed all night about it.
According to the chat, WebMD says that I'm dying because of my cramp, so we're good to go. This is going to be the best episode of Dragon Talk ever!
Like death is imminent, or like...
I mean, anytime you look at WebDM, I was going to say WebDM, which is totally a different show. But WebMD is basically like, the harbinger of death is like, I have a hangnail. Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. Now that's a staph infection, and you're going to die.
Exactly. So thank you for everyone for looking that up. And now I know I need to also drink more fluids and more vitamin D. I guess with the seasonal effectiveness that is affecting me already.
Sorry.
It's not, it's just...
I didn't know hand cramps were a side effect of that.
Of everything, right? And the Lyme disease that I'm sure I have coursing through my body.
I think it's stress.
I'm so stressed out right now. Even though I've got a relaxed T-shirt on,
I think
I'm
it's
extremely
just a good
stressed.
reminder.
Yeah.
You got a lot going on.
Relax. Don't do it.
When you want to
get to it. Relax. When you want to go. All right, so we have an amazing interview coming up. We are speaking to Jody Hauser, a writer extraordinaire, has been playing role-playing games for a long time, but relatively recently getting into D&D, so I can't wait to pick her brain about that. It seems like I've heard her name being talked about in the comic book world for years and years. So I am interested to find out more about her. So that's coming
She's
up.
got some amazing credits.
She does have some amazing credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're lucky.
She knocks it out of the park.
Yep.
Also a Northeasterner, so I can't wait to talk about New England and all the fun stuff that goes along with going to college there. So yeah, that's coming up. And then we'll do our intros and outros here. And I think we don't have a segment at 2 p.m. planned, so we're probably going to skip that because we have some audio editing to take care of for lots of fun things. So we can jump right into doing our intro. Do you want to do that?
Yes, I do.
Sweet. I hear the clicks. That means we are recording. Oh, I thought you were going to yawn. That's
No, I'm
what I
waiting.
thought. Your guys ready?
I'm ready.
You all ready for this?
Dun, 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 dun. Me.
Welcome to Dragon Talk! This is Dragon Talk, the official Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Yeah!
We are officially welcoming Shelly Mazanoble to the mic.
Yeah!
How goes it?
Great, Greg Tito.
I am here with you on this fine Friday.
As we are wont to do.
It is a thing that happens.
a lot on Fridays.
Everything happens on Fridays.
Right?
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
Nothing happens any other day of the week.
That is true.
Yes.
It has been determined that
that
Fridays
is canon.
are my favorite days.
Dragon Talk canon.
We have an amazing interview lined up for this episode. We are going to speak to Jody Hauser, writer
Woo!
extraordinaire.
Yes.
Yes. It'll be amazing. I can't wait to pick her brain about all of the projects, which are many.
I know. There's a huge list here.
That she's been working on. She's she does the Critical Role comic book, as well as a lot of other fun things in that realm, including Black Widow, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy. All types of amazing stories and characters that I want to learn more about.
Yes,
Right?
me too.
Yes.
I want to learn all the things.
Star Trek Year 5, which is something that
You're
I know
gonna
you're
love
really
that.
interested in.
I am. Totes.
Totes my goats.
Totes.
Because what happens in Year 5 of the original series? You don't know.
We'll find out.
Because there was only 3 seasons.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So they did a comic book series that was like Year 4. And then now they're like, well, yeah, what happens in Year 5? Because they explicitly say in the credits that it's a 5-year mission. Right?
Right.
You are a huge Trekkie, as I can tell.
Yes.
Yes. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. In the meantime, there is a little adventure that has been arriving on shelves.
Right.
Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus.
Yay.
It is a amazing trip down memory lane for those of you who played a lot of the Baldur's Gate video games, as well as maybe a few adventures out there like Murder in Baldur's Gate. I
remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. We were working on it.
Yeah. Encounters.
Right.
D&D encounters.
It was a thing between the 4th and the 5th here. So you get to figure out what's happening in that city, immerse yourself in the not so happy-go-lucky town on the Sword Coast.
It's such a beautiful location.
It's so nice.
I mean, if you can get past all like the murder and the deception and the yuckiness.
The mercenaries who are the police
The
force.
View, though.
I know.
How
I
about
love
that
The View.
view?
It's one of my favorite shows.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So what? Who cares? That's amazing, and it has been, as we said, flying off the shelves. It is all kinds of bestsellers for Amazon. It's on the list of top 100 books being sold. It keeps climbing up the charts. All books, not just like D&D
all
or
books.
all fantasy books or
We are not
nonfiction.
talking, right. Not fantasy.
Because D&D manuals get, for some reason, categorized under nonfiction because they're like game manuals, but for whatever
they're
reason.
true.
Yeah, because
And they're true.
They're very true.
They're all true.
But yeah, no, people are loving it, and we've been seeing a lot of the community come out showing pictures of what they've gotten and being excited to jump into playing that, and we can't wait to hear more. So
I'm excited.
It's cool. It's out there. Battle for Baldur's Gate is also out there.
I saw it in the wild.
Yeah.
So cute.
Did you get to play it yesterday? Did you play it at all?
We did, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who did you play?
I played Oriax the Clever.
Oh, you didn't play one of the new ones?
No, I decided to let Chris and Dan play the new ones.
Oh, okay, cool. So they played Jahira
Jahira, the shape-shifting druid.
and
Minsk and Boo.
a combo deal.
A combo deal.
I love the way those cards perfectly encapsulate what it is like to be Minsk
Yes.
and Boo.
And Boo.
Yes.
And a shapeshifter.
And a shapeshifter
Which is kinda
as well.
awesome.
The wolf form
Yes.
was working for them.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I love when she's in wolf and bear form, she still has her long, flowy red hair.
As you do.
It's so cool.
Yeah. I think any shapeshifter should at least have red hair along with them,
Yes.
right?
You could shapeshift it into red hair.
I'm shapeshifting right now to
Oh
red
my
hair.
God. And a weird
Um,
hand cramp.
And a weird hand cramp, exactly. I'm going to shift that away.
Yes,
I don't have a hand anymore. It's gone. We are also really excited about Rick and Morty versus
my
Dungeons &
God.
Dragons 2,
my
The
God.
Painscape, which is in comic book stores right now.
What a week we are having.
It is quite a week's, actually quite a,
Month.
a
fall.
or even
A
this
season?
year.
A year?
We'll be there for you in The Painscape.
Were you just singing Bon Jovi?
No, I was singing the Friends theme.
Oh, I
Because
didn't
you're
go
like,
there.
it hasn't been your week, your month, or even your year.
Oh, got it.
Got it.
I heard we'll be there for you.
Yes.
But it's really I'll be there for you.
Well, I
Bon
was
Jovi.
trying to say that Dungeons & Dragons will be there for you.
So will John Bon Jovi.
Is he going to be there for me?
These 5 words he swears to you.
Is he going to be in the Painscape?
When you breathe, he wants to be the air for you.
That feels wrong to throw that out there. Why would John Bon Jovi be breathed in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
His essence, the smell of Aquanet.
I was just going to say his hair alone must smell very New Jersey-like.
Oh, like a little like salty beach mixed with Ricard Noir.
An
don't know.
Aquanet.
An
A
Aquanet.
lot of
He
hairspray.
doesn't have that much hair anymore.
Well, yeah.
It happened.
It happens after the 80s. Yeah, the big hair goes away.
Not mine.
All of these references are in Rick and Morty versus Dungeons & Dragons 2, This Painscape.
John Bon Jovi
They better
is
be.
a featured character. Write him in, Jim Zub.
Do it.
Come on.
Issue 5. Get him in there. So this is a mini-series. It's taking the groundwork that was laid by Jim and Patrick Rothfuss for the first series. And this time Jim and Troy Little, the artist, return to tell a new story of what happens in, I keep saying the word, the Painscape.
Yeah.
There is a lot. It is many characters that have been made by Rick over the years come back and wreak havoc, I guess is how we can spin it.
Do you know what would be cool?
What would be cool?
Is if you could play D&D like Rick was your dungeon master.
Oh my gosh! And there might actually be something like that coming out where you can do that.
No.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's Dungeons and Dragons versus Rick and Morty.
Oh my God.
The boxed set
Give
tabletop
it
role
to
playing
me
game.
now.
You're the one who came up with that very long title, if I remember correctly.
I think it was Nathan.
Well, really?
I think.
Right?
And I was like, that's it. We're done.
That's it. Done and done.
Yep. Stamped.
Very
Ready
cool.
to go.
That's coming out November 19th.
Yes.
It will be everything you need to play Dungeons and Dragons using Rick and Morty characters, right?
Yeah, even some really cool dice that you'll notice the colors
Ooh.
look very Rick and Morty.
Is there some kind of pickle association happening?
I mean, there's definitely pickles.
I am going to relish the moment.
Relish it up.
Yeah, y'all.
Don't get in a pickle.
Don't. We can make all kinds
There's
of
lots of butts.
dill.
too.
Oh, there's butts too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
We said something, and we were like, oh, look, how many butts are in it? And Nathan was like, well, not like real butts. And I said, well, yeah, but they all signed releases. I'm like, nobody, don't worry. Like, you're not going to be able to identify, like, oh, that's Pelham's butt. Like, it's just his butt. And he was like, what? Like, wait a minute. Did you like?
Was Pelham a butt model for this and I didn't know? You're like, I need a butt reference for Troy Little, the
Yes,
artist,
you do.
to be able to
Yes.
get the
Yeah,
exact
he's a butt
curvature of the buttocks.
This is how rumors get started. Pelham's a butt model.
Well, that's how he made his bones. I don't know.
Plummas it up.
I love that cue is ready to go.
Yep.
Turn
get
out
the-
the lights.
Time to exfoliate.
So yes, so we talked about all things fun Rick and Morty happening. The Essentials
Yeah.
kit is out. We were talking about that earlier.
Saw that in the wild too.
we played it at our fun little D&D outing, and you should play it too. It's fun, and it's easy to jump into for new Dungeon Masters.
It's got a lot
Yeah.
of things in it that I found to be very useful and fun.
Like a tactile, like having a magic item card in your hand
Yes.
means a lot more.
Yes. I really liked it.
Yeah.
But I love the initiative numbers too.
Yeah. Did you guys actually use those?
We totally did.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Great.
Yeah.
I like to look down and go, I'm number 1.
I'm number 1.
Yes.
Nice. So that's in stores everywhere.
Get it.
Pretty much anywhere you can get Dungeons & Dragons stuff, you can now get it there, including Target, but also at your local game store or at other places such as the Barnes and the Nobles or on the Amazons, as we see that kit being rising to the top and getting tons of sales out there too. So we're really excited about how it has been received.
Fill your baskets. Oops, sorry.
And I'm only going to probably have to say this one more time, but as we were talking about Baldur's Gate Descent to Avernus, the Beetle and Grimm's Platinum Edition is also selling like hotcakes. So I believe
there's only a limited number.
They're only making 1,000 of those. And I haven't really enjoyed the Waterdeep Dragon Heist Platinum Edition over the last year. We've only had like 10 sessions, but they are doing really good and they're getting up there. And I can't wait for this new Platinum Edition to come out. I think people are going to really dig it. Matthew Lillard has been having these videos about the soul coin that they put into a little bit of a different design than what we did for D&D Live, but I think I really like it. There's
people
like a screaming
really
like face on it with like a soul, like
Whose soul is it?
It's whoever you want it to be. Yeah. Hopefully it's the Dungeon Master uses it and it's characters that either the group had encountered in previous campaigns are now in the Nine Hells, because I just think that's amazing to be able to be like, you have the soul of this bad guy that you defeated, years ago.
Can you ever let him out?
I mean, they're dead.
Can you let the soul out of the coin?
You could potentially, but why would you want to?
Because I'm a bad person.
Well, I see. So you want to go into hell and like release some spirits?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a campaign you can run on your own using the Avernus chapter in Baldur's Gate Descent to Avernus as a gazetteer. That's a whole fun thing. You can pick out parts and you can just use them and incorporate them into your ongoing story. Do it, Shelley Mazanoble. You are the Dungeon Master.
Master.
You're like, I'm doing it. I saw your brain was doing like all kinds of fun like storytelling possibilities.
So, sort of on that topic.
Okay.
Sort of. Loosely. I have signed up for a new volunteer position at Quinn School.
You have?
Yes. So I am, along with my friend, going to be the person that organizes events for first grade.
Nice.
For like the families to all get to know each other.
Yeah.
So I mean, how cool would it be to have a D&D night?
Done. Easy
but I don't
peasy.
have any Dungeon Master. I have Bart.
You have you.
Oh, I
you
know,
wanted to
but
do
then,
it, starting playing with kids.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I want kids and their parents.
Right.
Because I still think that's a really good way for people to get to know each other.
Absolutely.
So that's only 2 people though.
How many do you need?
I don't know.
All right.
Like I just need help like talking through this. Like maybe the community has good ideas for me.
All right.
How do I do this? Is 6 too young?
I don't think so. No, especially if you're doing a Essentials kit or something.
Yeah, something really simple. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we could just, I'm sure I could find something in the DMs Guild too that's more appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
Age appropriate.
Great idea.
And then, so send me recommendations, people.
Of what to run and also how to
and like
run
how to organize this and how to get some Dungeon Masters, because that's the part that you're always kind of missing.
Yeah. Yeah, we need it. Well,
and it would have to be like at a location that's not part of the school, because then I think people probably have to go through like volunteer training to even like step foot in the school and interact with.
Well, you can do it at game stores or other
Right.
locations in
If I do
West
it at
Seattle.
game stores, and I wonder if they have DMs.
They might have some DMs, but they may not be DMs that you would want for 6-year-olds, though.
Right.
So you got to make sure you specialize and have
Like
those.
have a DM that pulls out Descent to Avernus.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And then you unleash the soul from the soul coin, and
Yes.
it eats your dad's face right in front of you.
And then, yeah, right. And then all of a sudden you have crying kids all around. But I think there's a way to make that, I mean, every kid is different, and every group is different. So you want to make sure you're doing it. But it might not be the best icebreaker way to get to know people, if that's what you're thinking. So, yeah. Lots of possibilities there, and I hope the community does, in fact, get in touch with @ShellyMoo on Twitter to give you suggestions.
And it could just be like game night, And I could have Dungeon Mayhem, of course.
Oh, yeah.
There and like other games, but like I think it would be cool to offer up some D&D because I know there's other D&D people there. I've seen ampersands.
You've seen him?
I have.
Yeah.
And I feel like some of these kids that Quinn is getting to know are just like ripe for the Dungeons and Dragons.
I saw, speaking of seeing D&D out in the wild, I was at the first day of school, or like the event before the first day of school in West Seattle. And there was a man wearing one of those black Dungeons and Dragons t-shirts that we have that we've only passed out. We've never sold or anything like that, with the silver lettering. And I was like, I don't know who that is. Where did they get that t-shirt from? Did I give it to them? And I didn't recognize the person, so I was trying to figure it out.
Was he with someone else?
No, it was almost like I saw him from afar, so I didn't get a chance to like go up and talk to him. But it is. There are, all of these fans out in the wilds
I know.
that are really loving and showing their
when I wear my shirt,
pride.
I get a lot of people talking to me.
It's for sure. It is expanding.
It.
And so that's a great idea. We'll do more integration and stuff in schools. And there's people who are doing it now. So, yeah, let's figure it out.
Help me.
Help you.
Help me.
You know what else we need help with? Some lore that you may and or should know.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if we can get some bings
Lore
and bongs happening. Bing, bong, bing,
Bong.
bing,
Bong.
bong. Excellent. The Dungeon Mooster. Oh, that's what someone is saying, that you should be the Dungeon Mooster.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I will.
That's a really great idea, the Hasty Tadpole.
Dungeon Mooster.
Dungeon Mooster.
I like it.
All right. Well,
Okay.
that'll be your moniker going forward.
Oh, my God. I'm so scared.
Why? Why are you scared?
Because it's so hard.
Why do you cry?
Wait. Really? Do you want to know? Because I really want to talk about it.
Bachelor in Paradise?
No. No.
Mm.
I cry because,
You've cutting onions?
yes, I'm making a lasagna.
Wait, you put onions in lasagna?
I haven't made a lasagna in a really long time. I don't know.
You're
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good.
You're slicing onions and putting them in?
Yeah.
All right.
Put them in Quinn's lunch. Here you go. He doesn't eat his damn lunch anyway.
Have you ever seen like a hypnotist or whatever who's like, oh, you've got this amazing fruit in front of you. It's your favorite fruit. It's an apple. Why don't you take a bite of this apple? And it's an onion. And the people are like,
oh, and they eat it?
crunching on this onion, and they're not crying. That's the funny thing, is they're not tearing up or anything, because they think
they're
it's an
in
apple.
the zone.
Right. And then he like, you know what it is, and then they're like immediately start crying because they realize they're biting into an onion.
What if I was hypnotized to believe I was a really good dungeon master? Do we have any hypnotists out there that can be on the show and hypnotize me?
Sleep. Dungeon Master. See? You're it. Done.
Give me a saving throw! What? Who
Why are you
said
so
that?
angry all of a sudden?
I'm an angry dungeon master.
No, be the kind, helpful
back to
Dungeon
sleep.
Master.
Put me-
Sleep. And 3, 2, 1, go!
And you get all the treasure.
Dungeon Mooster. It's good to see you.
Dungeon Master is here to give you all treasure and magic items.
Here you go.
And we hop through the forest.
Wait, are you a bunny?
You're a bunny. The Dungeon Mooster is actually a bunny.
All right, yeah. I think someone needs to draw a character, and then you can like do your vocal stuff as a character.
Did we not ask for fan art? Every show has fan art. How come we have nothing?
That's true. Why is there?
Doesn't
no?
anybody want to draw your fabulous hair?
Well, I don't think anyone does.
I
It's
do.
true. It's just going to be mostly
Come on.
spikes.
Where's our fan art?
Well, I think you're making a good case for it for the community to do so.
It is possible we don't have fans.
I think it is very possible. But you can be the Tabaxi / Rabbit Dungeon Master, and then you
I like
play
it.
that part, and then all of a sudden you all your nervousness will go away because it won't be Shelley. It'll be the Dungeon
Sure
Master.
shot.
Sure shot.
What if I was a tabaxi who liked to wear rabbit ears?
That's
fine.
I don't know. It feels like you're combining, it's like a centaur, bunny,
What if it
rabbit
was
ear.
just like their thing? Like they're just like certainly when characters go and like purchase armor or any sort of clothing item, like they have choices.
They do.
So they are making a like I like brown. Oh, I like black. I like bunny ears.
I don't care if I'm a cat. I like bunny ears.
What's the big deal?
I've always wanted to be Banaxi or whatever, the lapine.
Can you do a lore you should know about hybrids?
We should, mostly for centaurs. But there's too many puns going around in the chat.
There's never too many puns.
You could be a pungent master.
Oh.
That's pretty bad.
I could be a Funyun master.
Oh my gosh! And you're like the master of Funyuns, and you throw them at people like you're.
Yes,
You've got
I'm dressed
rings.
up like a bag of Funyuns.
And
I
everyone
could
just
be a
starts,
bunion master.
I've got a bunion right here. Luckily, I've had my bunions removed. I actually have had a bunion removed. Have you?
No.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I did, yeah, about, 10, 15
Sorry,
years
I just
ago
screamed.
now.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know what they look like. Maybe I have them and need them removed.
It's basically when your this is real technical talk here. It's when your big toe, like, goes towards your little toes, and then the bone that's sticking out kind of is all in itself.
It's sticking out on the outside.
Right, on the inside.
Why is it?
It's genetic.
leaving?
It's a genetic thing, or like the footwear that you wear can exacerbate it already.
That's probably what it was.
So
for you.
usually it's women because the heels always have like the constricting of that area, so your toes get messed up.
Ow.
But because I don't know, genetically I was susceptible to them, and had one removed because it started to hurt.
That's so sad.
Yeah, I know, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was part of my stand-up routine too. Because I was
Talking about your bunions?
talking about my bunions, yeah.
Because you were like, I'm a 20-something-year-old guy.
Yeah,
with bunions.
it's like, I think what was it? How did I phrase it? It was something like, I don't know. I had bunion surgery like last year, and because contrary to what you see in front of you, I am an 80-year-old woman who wore high heels her whole life. It worked better when you have a microphone in front of you. Maybe I'm wording it a little bit differently. But I think it was
you
also.
should do stand-up again.
I know. Based on that reaction, I
Yeah.
totally should.
I zoned out for a minute. It wasn't you. It was me.
Sure. Yeah. No.
What?
Super compelling.
I was receiving transmissions from the mothership. Sorry.
About my Funyuns.
Yes. Check bunions.
Bunions are Funyuns. All right. Should we do our midtro? Thank you for recording all this. That was a really good bit of lore that we now know.
Yes.
It is in our brains,
important, 'cause it
and
was-
we are going to go travel the waves of brains. Oh, man.
Yep. We'll leave it there. I like it. That works.
Let's do take two. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Bunions acting up.
All of that lore is making me have bunions.
I can't.
Now we're going to make accidents happen on stream. That's what we do
Yes.
here.
There is a streaming accident.
There's a streaming
right
accident
now.
that's about to occur.
It happened.
All right. Let's do it for reals
I'm
this
a
time.
mom.
Yeah. I'm a dad. I just peed myself. Deal with it. Quality content. Content. Oh, yeah. All right.
This is why we're award winning.
Award taking away. That was a really good lore segment that I know so many more things about Eberron and beyond.
Right.
Thank you, Chris Perkins, for elucidating these topics into our
Ooh,
brains.
Wow.
I know.
Good word.
50-cent word.
I'd like it.
You know who else has really got a lot of words?
Could it be our next guest?
Jody Hauser.
Yay!
Let's call her up and have some more words at us into our brains,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
All right.
Wow.
Potty award winning. We won the potty on that one.
That's right.
Yes, literally.
We'd like to rock the potty.
I got the
So-
potty who rocks the potty.
Greg Tito.
I'm really glad that the most entertaining part of that midro recording was the stuff that wasn't actually part of the midro recording. We're good like that.
When we peed?
When we peed. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was cool.
I remember it because I have a reminder of it.
Every day. All right, so we need to do our outro. You ready? Do you think we can do this? Yeah, we got plenty of time to do it. We got What's the matter?
I just noticed there's googly eyes on the camera.
The camera has personified itself with googly eyes. It's staring at you. It's got a long nose.
It's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
I know. I wish we could show the camera.
You're a big fan.
Backwards. What is that? Reflective? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Really cute.
One day we'll be able to.
You can take a picture.
Yeah.
Lisa just said, take a picture.
It'll last longer.
All right. Get it out of my system
You
now.
ready to win that potty for this outro? We've got lots of buzzwords. Oh, there we go. We're going to show. There's the camera.
We did it.
It's got googly
Oh,
eyes.
cutie face.
You're so cute.
We need to name him.
Potty.
Yes.
No. Potty nose.
Cammy?
No. Cammy. Camisole.
Cameron?
I don't know.
Camisole. Bunyan.
Bunyan, the recording device. Oh, or it's just Greg Tito.
Oh my God, that's perfect. You have turned into a camera.
It's so great how googly eyes basically makes everything more entertaining.
It does.
Yeah.
I love them. I want to put them on everything.
We shall.
You know what?
Googly
That's
eyes
probably
on
why
my
the stream of many eyes keeps winning awards.
That's true.
Because you guys put googly eyes on everything.
It's what happens. I was talking about that right before we went on, but the stream of many eyes from 2019, where we introduced Waterdeep Dragon Heist, won another award just now. It's a content marketing award.
Amazing.
Yeah. The slow clap is what we will get for that. But
Good
also
job.
there's a trophy, apparently. I haven't seen it yet, but we'll get an actual physical thing.
You're going to accumulate a bunch of trophies for this.
Got some hardware. Yeah. So the two that we have also have some hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then D&D Live is probably going to blow the socks off.
We got to start...
Knock your socks off. Blow the doors off.
We'll blow the socks.
No, we will.
We are going to blow
We will.
some socks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Turn on the lights. Please turn them on. Get them out. This is over.
I died.
You died. So outro.
I'm
Should we-
resurrected.
Should we do an outro?
Oh, I thought we did. We haven't even done that.
We haven't done the outro yet.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta delete all that.
What? No, don't delete
Don't.
it.
That's quality. That's going on our
Potty award-winning.
our reel.
You wanna save it for outtakes?
Save it for
Yes.
outtakes. Yeah, for sure.
I should start making a file.
Oh, could you?
There's so many terrible
I
things
would
we don't want
actually
anyone
listen
to
to
hear
that.
on that file.
That I would listen to.
An archive file.
Would you at home listen to all of our outtakes? I think you might.
I would. I'd listen to the shit out of that.
On the potty, would you listen to the shit out of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God.
I mean, all the ones from the video too. Like, not even the ones that we've actually recorded audio. There's a lot.
Wait.
There's, you just not yourself. No.
Almost. Oh God. This is not.
Are you okay?
No. I'm a baby. I am a newborn.
There's so many fluids.
I have been. I'm gonna spit up milk in a minute. I haven't had milk in like 35 years, but it's
all of a
gonna,
sudden, bleh.
blah. Oh, and I'm falling asleep.
What an amazing interview
Oh, my
with
God.
Jodie Hauser.
Boy, she really saved this episode.
She really did.
Single-handedly.
From our intros and banter, she brought it and gave it some gravitas.
Yes.
That was well needed.
Well needed.
Thank you.
She's amazing.
Yes. Good stuff. Good insights all
Yeah.
around. I want to know more. And now I feel like I want to start getting more into comics. Were you ever a comics person?
No, but I feel like I could be.
You're right. It's
Yeah.
a whole new form of art for me because I never did that when I was a kid. So it's nice to jump into it now and become more of a fan
Yes,
about the sequential artwork of it.
We got
'Cause
a
it's
lot of
like
catching up to do.
It's a lot like screenwriting or playwriting to a certain extent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she is a playwriter.
That's it.
Playwright.
Playwright,
Playwriter?
not a playwriter.
Playwright.
Yes, very.
That
different.
sounded weird.
With GHT too, because that's
Right.
because we're cool.
Right.
Those playwrights. So is there other fun stuff we wanted to talk about that's happening in Dungeons and Dragons world before we close this one out? Shelly Mazanoble, I'm looking at you.
So much.
So
I mean,
much.
we already talked about it.
We already talked about all the cool things.
Battle for Baldur's Gate.
Yes. And
Dungeons and Dragons versus Rick and Morty.
Yes. And all the other fun stuff.
And all the other fun stuff.
The secret sauce that is being created.
So much. Do you have any stuff you haven't announced?
Many things.
Yeah.
That I
that's what I thought.
for 2020 and beyond.
But 2019.
Yes. No, I think we've announced everything for
Okay.
2019. But one thing we haven't talked about yet is the Eberron, Rising from the Last War.
Right.
That is also coming out the same day that Dungeons & Dragons versus Rick and Morty is coming out.
That's a big day.
We have been talking through what's happening with Eberron, with some of the lore things that are going on, as well as a new cover. We have a new standard cover that we're really excited about. And if you're interested in learning about the decision process behind swapping out the cover from what we announced out in August, we have a video that me and Jeremy Crawford in this very room.
No way.
We're talking to each other and explaining all of the fun stuff that went on there, as well as folks who have purchased the Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron, the digital release that came out, and what they'll get updated also on November 19th. So go watch that video. It's on the Dungeons & Dragons YouTube channel. And incidentally, more folks head out to the Dungeons & Dragons YouTube channel. That's where everything that we broadcast here on twitch.tv/D&D makes its way on there, plus a lot of other fun stuff that we will be dropping soon, including things like Jason Charles Miller, an amazing musician who
Yes.
went on tour. Now he's using that tour to go to a whole bunch of game stores all around
No
the
way.
country and interviewing people and getting really new stuff about that. So look for that. That'll be coming
Oh my God.
exclusively to our D&D YouTube channel.
Want to see that.
And there's going to be, of course, the award-winning Stream of Many Eyes. All the content from there is up there, including stuff also from D&D Live. That's all about Descent into Avernus. So if you're getting into what's happening in Baldur's Gate, that's a good way to jump into all of the fun stuff that we were talking about that weekend, all the way back in May. Can you imagine? That was a long time ago. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was.
So yes, make it happen. It is time to get out of here, I think. Shelley.
Is it? But there's this pile of rubble.
Well,
in
before we do
front of
that,
us.
we want to make sure people know how they can ask you questions.
Oh yeah.
And then we can, drop kick the ceiling and
Let's
let it all loose.
do that. Maybe if you're on Twitter, you can find me at Shelly Moo.
That's where you're at. I'm at Greg Tito. If you want to find out everything about Dungeons & Dragons, well, Dragon Plus is where to go. There was a new issue that just came out, issue 27. Lots of content about Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, like more than 10, I think there's 20 pieces of content in that free application. For those of you who already have it, there is a new update to the app, so it's a little bit different, more streamlined. We are going to be improving the archive, so all the issues are going to be updated to this new format slowly over time. I think we have just the last 2 issues up there now, and then the first issue of Dragon Plus. So it's a great way to revisit when that app came out, what we were talking about, I believe, in 2015.
I don't understand why you don't have Dragon Plus.
I don't
You
understand
have it.
either.
Like, it's everything.
And there's maps, there's tons of insight, there's lots of fun
it's
things.
real-time
that
updates,
only
too.
on there. So
It
check
aggregates everything.
it out. It aggregates everything. And go check out dragonmag.com if you don't want to access it through the Dragon Plus app, although we do suggest that the Dragon Plus app is the best way to
It's the
do
way
it.
to do it.
Well, I also want to give a shout out to Ryan Marth, who
Yay.
is our audio engineer and producer
Yay.
for Dragon Talk.
We love you, Ryan.
Also, Lisa Carr, thank you for helping us
Yay.
produce and put this podcast together. Pelham Green for being there for the live stream and making things happen on that front. And to my co-host, Shelley Mazanoble, for
And to
being
you.
awesome
and
all
to you,
the time.
Greg Tito, for also being awesome.
We lift each
Other
other up
up.
and throw them down.
Into a pile of debris.
And that debris is made of lots of rocks that are going to fall on. Oh, God, I put them all out.
Who's going to clean that up?
We will.
Yeah, we
All right,
will.
we'll be back in just 5 minutes. It'll take us
5.
that long to clean up all of this dice. And that's a terrible sound that I'm going to continue to do just to annoy everyone. Thanks. We'll be I have to use the bathroom. Right,
Pick up
Shelley?
dice.
Right, Shelley? And
Yeah,
then
I don't have to.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm going to get some more coffee, which will then make me have to use the bathroom. We'll
And
be back.
more
Oh,
hand
God, there's more dice even up here.